It's Thursday, March 19th. It's 5:20 p.m. I was just laying down and I got up and I wanted to check things. Um, see, this is Thursday. On Monday, all the grandkids were here and they were all playing with the little toys, and we took all these riding toys out. And the tricycle has a little container in the back. And you see those little toy brushes? Well, they were really playing with those a lot, as you can see. And the riding toys sat outside for a couple days after they were here, and then I brought them back in. Well, apparently they either found a brush or they took one out of that tricycle, because they just put one here. I would have to say that that's a return. That they took it from either the tricycle or they dropped one or something. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I'll take it back in. It's Friday, March 20th. It's 8:08 p.m. And I took a really long nap. I got up and the electric was off because we had been having a really bad storm today. Wind, rain. But earlier, all the grandkids were here. So as always, I have a little tub back there, and I put everything in the tub to bring it in so stuff doesn't get lost. Okay, so after they left, it started raining, and I wanted to do some things like I made Jim pickles because he loves pickles. And so I did that and did some stuff, and then I got really tired and went in and laid down. Also, while they were here, Braxton, I think, rolled the basketball down in behind the propane tank into the trees by the fence, and I haven't been able to get it out yet. So that's also out of whack. So I go in to lay down, and I'm falling asleep. And I could have swore that I heard Jim working on something. Like, I heard pounding so loud that I thought Jim's fixing something, working on something. So I ignored it and went to sleep. So when I got up, I walked out and electric was off, and I remembered, and I said, Jim, were you working on something before I went to sleep? And he's like, no. Not working on anything. So I think what happened was, I can't say for sure, but I think they were hitting the house. And since now I look back on it, I'm thinking the reason that they were hitting the house is because, number one, I forgot to put things back out. And so, like, all their stuff was gone from the back porch. Even the ball was not there. Oh, and even Elizabeth brought the little gorilla from the swing in. So I went out and walked around the house to check things, and I got around to the front to the trash can, and guess what? Trash can lid was up again. And here's a picture of it because it, like I said, it was dark and stuff. So it was up. So I definitely feel they were up. They opened the trash can lid, hit the house. I also decided while we were at it, okay, well, I put the gorilla back. I put everything back outside on the back porch. But I also put that monkey in there. Everybody was saying maybe you should throw it away. So I did. And I told them, and I put it in the trash can and shut the lid. So that's where we're at right now. And while I was outside just as I was coming back in, the electric came back on, so yay. And I think that's it. Just wanted to fill you in, and I'm back here because Jim's watching TV and I didn't want to have that sound on while I was talking. And there's Amy. Hey Amy, can you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody? Apparently not. Okay. It's March 21st, it's 8:20 a.m. and I gotta go outside to show you something, but my phone's doing an update, so I couldn't use my phone. So, here we go. Okay, so this is not what I came out to show you, but, alright, I see a bunch of stuff back here. Now, I know they were up because of what I was going to show you at first, which was around the front. But, number one, first thing I noticed is the oak leaf is gone. And, see, I had this rock. I wish I had my phone. I had the rock, I think it was like this on it, to hold it down so that it wouldn't blow away. So, the oak leaf is gone. Okay, this container, I put out yesterday. No, it was the day before. The night before. And whenever I looked out, because I couldn't come out all the way, but it was storming and raining really hard, so I couldn't come out, and the lid was open on it, so I knew they had opened the lid. Now, I haven't seen a mess like this in a long time. The whole thing's on the porch, and the little game pieces that I put in it are scattered everywhere. There's a certain one that we call Messy Mike. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I don't know, maybe a year ago, we thought a new juvenile was coming up because there was one that just made messes up here all the time, and it was unusual. Okay, here's more stuff. Okay, the truck is forward a little bit. That's probably from the wind. That's moved a little bit. My doll is off. That yellow ball right there was right here on this little guy. And I believe that's it. Now, the oak leaf. I'll have to look for the oak leaf. Now, one of the kids threw that there the other day, so that wasn't from the Bigfoots. Alright. Well, actually, I'll bring you with me. Okay, the ball's still down there, so they didn't get it back out. Thought maybe they would. But at 5:30, Jim brought trash out to the trash can, and this was the first thing I saw. The lid's open again. And I put that monkey in here and showed him yesterday that I put it in, if they were watching. I had it on the sign. Now, I don't know if Jim hit this. He probably did when he put the trash in. But that trash can lid's up again. And Jim said he saw a really weird oak leaf up here. And I don't know if it's got anything to do with anything. But he came out and got one of the toys the kids left up there and got the mail from yesterday. And it's said there was a huge oak leaf up here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Okay, I thought he said the driveway, but maybe he meant here. Because that's a huge oak leaf. And yes, it is in line with the sidewalk. And also, this stick, I can't remember if it was here or not. I know Braxton was playing with it, but I can't remember if he left it there. But it's in line with that oak leaf that Jim noticed, so I don't know. Those two things could be totally unrelated. Okay, so I'm going to look around, see if there's anything else. And I don't think that the little stick made it through yesterday. Nope, there it is. It didn't make it. Maybe I could set it back up. There. Okay. I think one of the kids stepped on it. Alright, that's it for now. One more thing. Since that oak leaf miraculously showed up, actually, I don't know if I told you before, it was over there at the corner of the house. I would have seen that. I know, because I looked hard for it whenever I thought the wind blew it away, because I wanted to put it back. Then a day or two later, it just was there. Now it's gone again. So if that shows back up, that's going to be crazy. But I am going to look around for it. Ah, there it is. I found it. It was over here. Okay, I'm going to put it back, I think. Because maybe the wind did blow it. Who knows? Whoop. But if I put it back, it's hard to do one-handed. Or two-fingered, or whatever that was I was doing. But if I put this back, try to put it the way I had it, about like that, so that it wouldn't blow off. Okay, now if it goes away again, we'll know it's them, because I don't see that blowing away when it was under that rock. Okay, going inside. Sunday, March 22nd at 6:53 p.m. And I just came out here to check things, and the first thing I noticed is that this little yellow ball, which I put on this little guy on his feet, is gone. And I looked, there's a little hole right there that something dug out, and so I checked to make sure it didn't fall down in there, and it's not there. And I don't see it anywhere else. So I have a feeling that they took it. This morning, this was on the ground again, and like scattered everywhere. I think I took a picture. Here's a picture of it. I didn't do anything, like record a thing about it, because I thought maybe the wind's doing it, but I'm just not sure. You see that two of the game pieces were clear under the table. So it was on the ground, two game pieces were clear over there. I did a little experiment to see how knocking it off would do, and like if the wind was knocking it off, but it had to be open, and I had to knock it off pretty hard for them to go scattering everywhere. So I still don't know. I'm thinking it's them doing it, but I tightened down the lid more. Like I snapped it closed harder, and I put it up here. Okay, it's been there all day and hasn't been blown off. Seems kind of heavy to get blown off, in my opinion. Like, these weren't blown off. None of this stuff was blown off. So why would that heavier thing be blown off? Doesn't really make sense. So if I reason it all out, seems like it's probably them doing it. A little one. Most likely playing. So, I don't see anything else. I wanted to give a little report on this little stick that we've been watching for, what, a couple months now? Okay, this is Sunday. Friday, several of my grandkids were over. Actually, all of them except Annabelle and Gracie. They were here. Well, this didn't survive that. But I put it back in the hole. But here's what happened. I found it, and it was bent over. It was laying on the ground, but it wasn't completely broken off. So what I thought I would do is check out and see why it's lasted so long. So I pulled it up, and I kept pulling and pulling and pulling, and it was probably in the ground that far, probably close to 2 inches. So they really put it down in there far. So that's why it lasted so long. And then I must have got stepped on and bent over. So I pushed it down and past where it was bent over. So it's still in the ground, but not how they originally put it, because it's not as arched. But it probably won't survive much longer. Anyways, Jim has to start mowing soon. But very interesting how long that lasted. And that they had it in the ground that far. So, this is interesting. All these sticks are in a pile right here from Jim cleaning the roof off. And the kids were here playing, so I don't know if they did this or not. But you see how it's in a fanned out pattern? It's interesting. It goes, and then it's like fanned out. Huh. Wow, see these go lined up, and then they come around. Interesting. I don't know if that happened naturally or if they did that. Okay, just since I made the last video, which is maybe 10-15 minutes, I filled that hole in, and sometimes I walk through here, but that rock has moved. And if I would have kicked that, surely I would remember kicking that huge rock. So I don't know how that happened. Wonder if they're nearby. Let's walk back here. Look, that's sticking straight up. Oh, I'm using my phone. Could be just a coincidence. Let's look around here. Sometimes I think they hide back here in this corner in this thick stuff. Back in there. But I don't see anything. really thick back here. I got sandals on and those are briars. Ouch. Okay, I don't see anything back in there. Okay. Gonna head back out. It's Tuesday, March 24th at 6:38 p.m. And I just got up from a nap and I looked out here to see what was going on, if anything was any different. And I don't know if I mentioned to you the other day or not, before, I mean, that when Braxton was here, he was playing with the basketball and it rolled down here. And it was sitting right there against the fence. And I kept trying to get it out and I couldn't. And I've been waiting to see if they would. I didn't ask Jim to get it or anything. I waited to see if they would put it back, and they just did it. Right there it is. How awesome. How awesome is that? The only thing is, they didn't put it with the writing at the top, which is surprising to me because usually they're so precise. If they've ever put it back before, it was with the writing up, I believe, every time. So, but I'm really happy that they put it back. They're so cute. It may not be with the letters up, but it is in the exact spot that it's supposed to go, which you can see there's a little dirt. The dirt's indented right there, so cool. It's Thursday, March 26th, 4:47 p.m. Jim and I have been cleaning out the garage all day. We've been in and out, and he left for a little bit, and I was sitting on the front porch, and I don't know, at some point, because this was not here this morning, they brought that little yellow ball back that was on the little guy right here. They brought it back and it's like all chewed up. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to get a picture of it before I took it out. What the heck? There's a little hair on it. And fuzzies. It's all like ripped up. Why are there fuzzies on it? That right there's a hair. Right here. Okay. Saturday, March 28th at 7:31 p.m. And as I told you, we cleaned the garage and organized and did a bunch of stuff. Got some things changed around to put the chairs back out with the table and everything. Well, one thing I did was we got all the gardening stuff organized, and this nozzle goes on this hose for the season. So I put it right over here for Jim to hook up. So that's the last place that I put it and where it was. Well, sometime this afternoon, they put it there, and I don't have any idea why, unless they're just saying, hey, we were here, hi, and so here's this thing. Uh, so, I mean, I put that ball out and I didn't touch it. But, see, I was out here sitting in this chair earlier this afternoon. Then it started raining and storming, so we've been inside for a while, and I just came out to check things. And, so I would say between 3 o'clock and now that this happened. Interesting. Alright, that'll be it for now. Okay, it's Tuesday, March 31st. It's 11:38 a.m. and Jim and I went to the woods. Found this large limb stuck in the ground right off the bat. Okay, we're at an old abandoned house. It's not in very good shape at all, but this is the basement. I wanted to see if it could be shelter. It's really dark.
Or not.
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, there's a room big enough for several Bigfoots to get in, and then it goes back there into the rest of the house, but it's too dark. I don't have a light with me. I'll show you the entrance when I get up here. Okay, that's the entrance. It's what would have been the basement to the house. So the floors on the house, I would say, wouldn't support much, not even a human. So that's probably their only option if they do shelter, would be down there. Oh, and this is what, half a mile from our house over the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's April 2nd and it's about 6:30 p.m. and it's been kind of windy today. My doll keeps getting blown off in the white car, but I haven't been out here for a while, and I came out and I had Mama laying beside this, and I had the leaf and the rock on here to hold it down so it wouldn't blow away. And when I came out, Mama was still up there, but the sign and the rock were on the ground, and the leaf is nowhere to be found. So I don't know if the wind did it or if they did it, but I wouldn't have thought that the wind would blow this off with the rock on it, but who knows. So anyways, I put it like this to hold that sign down, but like I looked everywhere for that leaf. I do not see it. That one's not it. Yeah, I looked all around, over there. So I don't know if they did that and took it or what. I don't know what it all means, but I figured I better record it, just in case. Saturday, April 4th, it's 9:04 a.m. And Jim just went into town in his truck and he got gas so that he could mow the yard for the first time this year. And he sent me this picture. Well, actually, he showed me this picture when he came in the house. This is the bed of his truck. He saw this marble in his truck, and hold on a second. I immediately recognized that marble because that's a special marble that we keep inside, and I'll show you where we keep it. Okay, this is an extra room that we have mostly for storage and stuff, but I keep that marble right here on top of this thing. And like I said, I immediately knew which one it was. Okay, now when the grandkids come, I put everything that could get broken or dangerous or anything like that in this bedroom, so that I could just lock the door and, keep them out. So whenever the kids come, that's what I do. I just lock the door, and so that they can't have access to all that stuff. So, I mean, they've been here quite a bit, and they have had access to this room. I suppose it's been open, but not very much. So it's possible that they took that marble and put it in the truck or dropped it outside, and the Bigfoots put it in the bed of the truck. However, there's another possibility. A couple days ago, Jim and I went to the woods, which you'll remember. That's whenever I was showing the house and everything. Well, we went out the front door, and I didn't have a key to lock it. And I was thinking at the time, I can't lock this door. But I didn't figure we'd be gone a real long time, and I just shut it. So the front door was unlocked. So there was a time when we were both gone, house was open. And it's possible that they could have come in and taken that marble. As far as the odds, I don't know. I'd say it's probably more likely that the kids did it, but I don't know. I really don't know. But let's go outside and look at the marble. Okay, so let's see. Where did it go? Hang on. There it is. That's jammed. That's wedged in there pretty good. So that wouldn't have been rolling around. That's definitely that marble. No doubt in my mind. Weird. Don't know if it was the kids. I don't know if it was Bigfoot. But odds are it could have been either one. I don't know why the kids would have put it in the back of the truck. On the other hand, the Bigfoots have been known to put things in the back of Jim's truck a lot. So, I can't say either way for sure. All I can do is report what happens. So, I guess I'll take this back in and put it back. Okay, the last time Jim used the truck, we took a load of trash somewhere, and this would have been open. So we were thinking, could it have rolled in there and got caught at that point? But it would have fallen through. So that's not an option.
That's not the last time I moved the truck. That was the last time I used the bed.
Right, that's what I meant. So that had to be closed. The gate had to be closed when this got stuck in there. So if the kids threw it in here and it was rolling around, I don't see how it would have jammed in that hard into the crack. It's almost like it had to be pushed in. So, anyways, there's that. Okay, it's Monday, April 6th, 9:39 a.m. And last night, before I went to bed, about 11 o'clock, I came out here, checked things real quick, and that birdhouse was on the ground. The plant was inside because it was really cold, so we took it in. But that was down there, and I thought the wind blew it off. But then I looked over here, and I had put 3 balls. That's the third one. And it was in the middle. right here. And of course it's way over there now. It's about 3 feet from the porch rail. So these are heavy. There's no way the wind blew that off. And also it was in the middle. So if an animal had come up here, there'd be more messed up than just that being off. So I'm pretty sure they were up, and they may have knocked the plant off too, or the birdhouse off too. Now, an interesting thing is that I've had these out before, and they have messed with them. And actually, they always mess with the red one, and not the other two. So that's another reason why I'm pretty sure it was them that came up and did that. I don't see anything else. And that's where I put Mom in now, because we've rearranged things. I brought the chairs back here and we put the table on the front porch. Okay, that's it for now.